Hello guys, welcome back to our course. So this is our module number 6 and this is our OOPS course for beginners. Today we are going to see polymorphism in object-oriented programming. So let's get started guys. So first of all we are going to see introduction to polymorphism. So what is polymorphism? So as we can see this word polymorphism, poly means many and morph means forms. So it can state that it have many forms. So but which have many forms, so we are going to see that. So polymorphism is a fundamental concept in object oriented programming. It allows object of different classes to be treated as object of a common superclass. Okay, so it enables flexibility, extensibility and code reuse. So what is polymorphism? I hope you don't understand, but I want to clear your concept. So polymorphism means if we have two methods and if we provide it have same name, but if we provide different parameters, like if we provide different type of parameters and we if we provide different number of parameters, then it is known as polymorphism. So we are going to see by example. So first of all we are going to see types of polymorphism. So there are two types of polymorphism. First one is static polymorphism, or it is known as compile time polymorphism, and second one is runtime polymorphism. It is also known as dynamic polymorphism. So we are going to see these types in details. So first of all, what is compile time or static polymorphism? So it is also known as method overloading or early binding. So one thing have different type of names. First name is compile time polymorphism or static polymorphism. Then it is also known as method overloading, or it is also known as early binding. So one thing have four names. So you have to understand all these things. So what is compile time polymorphism? So multiple methods in same class with the same name but different parameters name. So if we consider in our program, then there will be same name of class in there are multiple methods. Consider that there are two methods and both have same name. Like we provide run method. First one is run method, second one is also run method. And if we provide different number of parameters, like in first one we provide only one parameter, and in second one we provide two parameters. So this is known as polymorphism, and this is known as overloading or method overloading. Now the appropriate method is chosen at compile time based on method arguments. So it is why we called it compile time, because it is chosen at compile time. During compilation it will choose which method it should be called. So this is known as compile time polymorphism. And if we consider one example, then it is function overloading in Java. So this is the compile time polymorphism in Java. This is known as function overloading. So this is the example of compile time polymorphism. Now we are going to see runtime polymorphism. So what is runtime polymorphism? So it is also known as method overriding and late binding. So there are also four names for single thing. First one is runtime polymorphism or dynamic polymorphism or method overriding or late binding. So these are the name for single thing, and it occurs when a subclass provides a specific implementation of a method defined in superclass. So it provides the implementation of a method in superclass or in subclass or in child class. So consider that we have declared one method in our parent class and we are implementing that in our child class. So this is known as overriding. So there will be same name of method but in different classes. It is not in same class, but in compile time there will be in same class. So this is the difference between overloading and overriding. And the appropriate method is chosen at runtime based on the object's actual type. So the appropriate method is okay. So it will choose at runtime when and which method is it have to called. So this will be decided during runtime. So this is known as runtime polymorphism. And example is method overriding in Java. Now we are going to see by using this program. So this is the example by using program. So what we have done, so I am going to explain this code, and before that, understand one thing, that overloading and overriding is very important topic in the view of interview. So interviewer will be ask you, if you tell that you know C++ or Java, or you know oops, then it is sure that he will ask you what is overloading or overriding, or what is method overloading or method overriding. So you should understand the difference between overloading and overriding. So if you give me the comment like you want video on you want separate video on overloading and overriding, then please comment in comment box. I will provide you separate video on overloading and overriding with full explanation, and with differences between that, because I have given the interview and interviewer asked me what is overloading and overriding. So I have the experience that how to answer that question. I will also provide all the requirement thing what you have to told in the interview. So if you want that, then please comment that in our comment box. I will provide you that video. Okay, so now we have to understand this example. So first of all, we have created a class, and the class name is shape. Okay, so now this is a class. Then we have created one method. It is a void, so it will not return anything. And we have created one method. The name of method is draw, and we have given the brackets, and this is our method. Now in our child class we have done this inheritance. We have here we have implement the inheritance, and we have already covered what is inheritance. So if you don't know what is inheritance, then I have given the link of that video in description or in I button. You can click on that and you can go through that in inheritance video, then you will understand this thing. Okay, so now this is our class. We have created a child class by using circle, and the name of that our new child class is circle, and it is inherited by parent class shape. Okay, and then in that we have declare one more method, and it have same name as this method name. So there is same method name, and there are parameters are number of parameters are also same. There is no parameter, here is also no parameter. So this is known as overriding. So because we have tell that overloading means the two methods with same name, there are in same classes. So if we provide the name of new method in this class, then it is known as overloading, but the name of that method is in our child class, so this is known as overriding. So this is the difference between overloading and overriding. And then we are going to see compile time polymorphism or method overloading in detail. So it involves having multiple methods in same class with the same name but different parameters. So this is very important line, you have to understand this. There will be multiple methods in same class with same name but different parameters. Then parameters can differ in terms of type, number, or both. So if we have int and float in our first method, then we can use both are the integer types, or if you provide single parameter in first method, but we can use two or none method in our second method. Okay, now the correct method is determined at compile time based on arguments used while calling the method. So it is a compile time. It provides more readable and intuitive code. So it provides very readable code by using polymorphism. And example of that is calculating area with overloaded methods. So it means we will provide just one method name, and it is called known as area. So we will create one method name with same name as area. So we are going to create three methods of the name area, but we will provide different types of parameters. Like if we provide two integer type of variables or parameters in that area method, then it will go towards the square. So it will calculate the area of square, because square has two parameters. One is length and second one is sorry. So we will provide only one parameter and it is known as side. So it is so area of circle area of square can be calculated as side square. So we will provide only one parameter to square and it will to our area method and it will calculate square area. Then if you provide two parameters then it will calculate area of rectangle. If you provide r then it will calculate, but in float then it will calculate area of circle. So this is the compile time polymorphism. Then runtime polymorphism or method overriding. So it involves creating a method in subclass with the same name, return type and parameters as a method in its superclass. So this is overriding. We will there will be same name of methods but in different classes, and the subclass provide a specialized implementation of the method. So child class will be provide implementation of other method, and it can be achieved using the override annotation in Java. So we can achieve the overriding by using the @override annotation in Java. Okay, then it allows for greater flexibility and modularity in code. Then we can say that this is the example. So overriding the display method in superclass and subclass in class hierarchy. So this is the example. Now what is dynamic binding and virtual functions? So dynamic binding refers to process of determining which method to invoke at runtime. So it will decide which method we have to invoke during, but it is during runtime, not as compile time. So virtual function enables dynamic binding in C++ or Java. A base class can declare a function as virtual and derived classes can override it. Okay, so if we provide a function as virtual then it can be override in our derived or child class. The class method is determined based on object's actual type, promoting runtime polymorphism. So if you don't understand this, then it is okay for beginners that you don't have to understand all these things. Okay, now what are the benefits of polymorphism, or what are the advantages of polymorphisms and its use cases? So it provides code reusability. So polymorphisms allows different classes to share common behaviors through inheritance and method overriding. So this is a major benefit of polymorphism. Then second one is flexibility. It enables creation of generic code that can work with different type of objects without modification. It provides extensibility. It provides in a interface and abstract classes. So polymorphism is central to defining interfaces. Now we are going to see summary and we are going to end this session. So what we have seen? So first of all we have seen what is polymorphism. So poly means many and morph means form. So this is the name of this is the breakdown of polymorphism. So it means that method name is same but there are different type of parameters, and if it is in different classes then it is overriding, and if it is in same class then it is known as overloading. And we have seen the compile time runtime polymorphism, then we have seen benefits, advantages, and we have seen one program on that. So this is our polymorphism lecture or our concept. I hope you have understood all these things. So if you have any doubt then please feel free to ask in our comment box. I will answer each and every question. Just ask any question, I will give your answer. And if you want a video on overloading and overriding separately, then I will give you uh, in our further videos. I hope you have understood all these things. Thank you so much guys.